Hello students, I hope you all are well. Today our topic of study is the first chapter of economic, the basic economic problem. As you know, economics is the science of choice. We have to make the choice between the unlimited wants and limited resources. So first we have to study what are the unlimited want and limited resources. Unlimited human wants having different priorities. We have two basic features. Human wants are unlimited and recurring. As we satisfy one want, many more want comes up. Besides, one cannot satisfy even one particular want for all the times to come. So as to fulfill a particular wants at a particular time, after some time it again occurs. Human wants keep on increasing with the expansion of education, knowledge, scientific advancement, and economics growth. Hence, the satisfaction of these wants is not possible. Human wants have different priorities too. All human wants are not equally important. For individual, some wants are more important than others. For example, for a student, pen is more important, while for a farmer, it is a plow which is more important. Hence, every person can arrange all his want in order of preference. If all humans' want were equal importance, it would have become impossible to make choice. Then there should be no economic problem. The second point is the limited resources with alternative uses. The resources are limited. If we if our resources are unlimited to satisfy our wants, there should have been no economic problem. If everything is available in abundance as air and sunshine, they would have hardly any need for economic problem and economics. But this is not a reality in life. In real world means are limited or scarce in relation to the wants. These means known as economic resources. And because of the limited availabilities, they attract prices. This equally applicable both for the household as well as for the country. A household has a large number of wants concerning food, cloth, housing, health, education, etc. But his income is limited to satisfy all these wants. Similarly, a country also requires food, clothing, house, means, irrigations, road, railway, car, buses, trucks, ships, aeroplanes, raw materials, minerals, machines, tools, and implements, factory building, defense equipments, education, health facilities, and many more things. But the resources to produce these goods are very scarce in every country. The scarcity means limited availability of resources in relation to the demand. Resources can be put to alternative uses. These means are limited, they have alternative uses as well. It implies that means can be applied for the use of alternative uses. For instance, wood may be used to making the fuel, furniture, house, construction, and many other purposes. Electricity may be used in houses, agriculture, industry, and many other fields. Here also we face the problem of choice as to which this means should be used and which type of work. So, from all discussion, we make it clear that the human wants are unlimited, but the resources are scarce. This scarcity of mean in relation to the want give rise to the problem of deciding what to be fulfilled and how much resources are to be allocated. We have to make the choice. It is necessary of choice which give birth to the economic problem. From all of our discussion, we make it clear that the root of the economic problem is choice between the unlimited want and scarce resources. As shown in the diagram, we have unlimited wants and limited resources. We have to make the choice between them. The basic economic problem, few points important relating to the basic economic problems are: resources are scarce and we have limitless wants. These are some who think that oil will run out in 40 years. Oil is a scarce resource. Oil is not only the scarce resource, other commodities like copper, zinc, tin, timber might also get be used if we continue to consume them at the same rate as we are doing today. How do we manage to make all these last? This is the central problem that we study in economics. The next, the next most important condition is point is scarcity. Scarcity refers to the condition of insufficiency, where the human wants are incapable to fulfill their wants in sufficient manner. In other words, it is a situation of fewer resources in comparison to unlimited wants. Human wants are unlimited. We may satisfy some of our wants, but soon new wants arise. It is impossible to produce goods and services so as to satisfy all the wants of the people. Thus, scarcity explains relationship between limited resources and unlimited wants. The problem is therein. Like in today's world, clean drinking water and quality soil are two most important scarce resources in this planet. These are insufficient to meet the unlimited human wants. In other words, it is a situation of fewer resources in comparison to the unlimited ones. It explains the relationship between the limited resources and unlimited ones. As shown in the picture, we have a limited land, limited labor, limited capital, but unlimited wants of food, clothing, shelter, security, comforts, transportations, jewelry, entertainment, etc. All is called scarcity. So we have to make the choice. There is a limited amount of resources such as raw material, machines, factories and skilled workers. But there are number of different ways in which they are used. For example, as shown in the picture, we have a land, but land is used in different ways. Either it is used for making the roads or used for plowing. So we have to make the choice how to use the land. This making the choice is known as allocation of resources. Therefore, allocation of resources involve deciding how best to use the scarce resources to satisfy as many needs and wants as possible. Now the next point is the factors of productions. There are three factors of production: land, labor and capital. These factors of productions are called the resources. When we talk about the resources, we are talking about the land, labor and capital. These are also known as a factor of production. Land. Land itself includes sea, forest, mineral such as coal and oil, anything that is natural. And labor, the people that works to make the goods and service. They may be skilled, semi-skilled or skilled. Or capital. Capital are the man-made resources that help to produce the goods and service such as factories, equipments, computers, etc. Now the three questions arise in the basic economic problem which every society has to be faced. That is, what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. These are very important questions. What to produce, how to produce and from whom to produce. The first problem is what to produce. The major problem before the country is to decide what commodity should be produced and in what quantity with the limited resources at their command. It refers to the choice among different type of goods. For this, it has to make the choice. For example, we take the choice of consumption goods and the capital goods. Consumption goods are those goods which are used in daily life, just as wheat, cloth, tea, watches, etc. And capital goods are goods in the which is used in the production of the goods, such as machines, tools, implements, fertilizers, etc. So every society has to make the choice between them what to produce. Choice Society must decide which goods and services are most important to produce the meet the need and wants of the people. Next is how to produce. Next problem is to decide the manner in which the goods and service should be produced. In other words, problem is to decide between the labor intensive techniques and the capital intensive techniques. This problem arises because there are more than one possible ways in which the goods and services are produced. When goods are produced using the large quantity of labor, this is called the labor intensive technique. On the other hand, when the goods are produced by using the large quantity of machines and only small number of workers, it is called capital intensive technique. Thus, the problem of how to produce can be termed as problem of choice of technique. Society must choose the most effective method to produce the goods and service they have decided to produce. Next problem is for whom to produce. Third problem before the economy is to decide for whom the goods and services are to be produced, who should consume and how much. Hence, this problem refers to the decision regarding the share of different factors of production in total national product of the country. We know that output of the economy is result of combined efforts of various factors of production. Hence, output should be distributed among these factors of production. Now the question how much is to be distributed and how share of different factors of production is to be distributed. This problem is basically problem of distribution of income and wealth in the society. In simple word, who will consume the goods and service, either rich or poor. Production possibility curves. Every economy has to decide about the allocation of scarce resources in the production of different goods and services. A particular allocation of the scarce resources bring forth a particular combination of goods and services that can be produced in an economy. The allocation of resources can be done in many different ways, and these different ways produce different combinations of goods and services. Taking all together, the possible combination of goods and services that a society can produce with limited given resources and given technology, we get production possibility sets of the economy. However, there is a maximum limit to the amount of goods and services that can be produced with given resources and technology in the country. The increase in the output of one product require the reduction in the output of the other. We can find out various combination of two goods production possibilities that society can produce with limited resources and given technologies. Now the society has to choose the one combination out of the various possibilities. This curves, the assumption of the production possibility curve is that resources are given, technologies are given, and resources are the fully utilized. How to construct the production possibility curves? It is a curve which shows the possible combination of the two goods and services which an economy can produce with the available resources and the given technology. Production possibility curve is one which depict all possible combination of two goods that an economy can produce with full utilization of given resources and state of technology. As shown in the figure, two goods are produced in the economy. One is gun, other is butter. The various quantity of the guns and butter can be produced with the given resources and technology in the economy. If the economy devote all the resources to the production of guns, it can produce 15,000 guns, but then the production of the butter will be zero. The production possibility at point A. Now, if we want to produce 1 million pound butter, we have to reduce the production of gun by 1000. It means we can produce 1 million pound butter and 14,000 guns. Production possibility point B. Thus, he we number of possibilities guns and butter are 6, such as A, B, C, D, E, F. They are shown as AF production possibility curve. AF production possibility curve as shown in the figure. From the alternate production possibility curves, we learn that if we want to produce one more butter, we have to reduce the output of guns and vice versa. It means we can transform gun into butter and butter into gun. Thus, production possibility curves tells us that we can produce more of one commodity by giving up the other. In other words, one commodity can be transformed into other. That is why production possibility curve is termed as transformation curve of opportunity cost curve. At any point inside the production possibility curves indicates combination of two goods that will be produced when a country resources are fully utilized and inefficiently utilized, underutilized or inefficiently utilized. The various points on the boundary of the production possibility curves A, B, C, D, E, F represent the combination of goods and service that can be produced with full utilization of the country's available resources and technology. Now the problem before the country is to choose the combination that he wants to produce. The exact point operation along PP curve depends on preference and taste of individual in the economy. Any point inside the production possibility curves indicate the combination of two goods and service will be produced when the country resources are underutilized and if inefficiently utilized. Production possibility curve. Some properties of production possibility curves are: PPC is concave to the origin, it slopes downwards. In order to increase the production of one goods, it sacrifices the production of other. Now the next point is opportunity cost. As you know from the production possibility curves that if we want to increase the production of one goods, we have to sacrifice the other. Thus, opportunity cost of the one commodity is the amount the other commodity that has to be foregone in order to produce the first. Accordingly, our example, the opportunity cost of the butter in one quantity of the gun foregone. If we given resources and technology, we can either produce 1 million pound of butter or 15 guns. It means the opportunity cost of 5 million of pounds and butter is 15 guns. This is the opportunity cost, which is the next best alternative foregone, which we foregone next best alternative. If we have a limited amount of money, you have to make the choice as to what you want to spend. The government has to decide the same. This is the opportunity choice. The cost of something, that is what we have to give up to get it. It is the best alternative for that. For example, as shown in the figure, if we have $100 with us, we have to make the best choice between the food, clothing and entertainment. This is our opportunity cost. Same way in the case of the government has to choose the best opportunity choice between the defense, road and health care with the available resources, that is 100 billions. Now come to the shifting of the PPC. Right shift or left shift. There are two types of shifting in the PPC. First is a rightward and leftward. The rightward shift P curve indicates increase in the resources of productivity capacity of the economy. It is a situation production possibility curve of both the combination will go up. On the other hand, left shift of the PP curve indicates decrease in the resource of production capacity of the economy. It is a situation the production possibility curve of the commodity will come down. First is a right shift. There may be right shift of the PP curve from PP to P to P2 as shown in the figure depicts growth. It means there is an increase in the resources of productive capacity of the economy when the production possibility of both the commodity will go up. We have explained earlier this may happen due to increase in the resources, more labor, more capital, more improvement in the technology, increase in the population, introduction of the foreign capital and invention. Now next is a leftward shift. There may be leftward shift in the PP curve from PP to P1 P1. It means there is decrease in the resource or productive capacity of economy, hence the production possibility curve of both the commodities will come down. It may be because of decrease in the loss of productive resources of the economy such as lack of skilled labor, worker breakdown, machinery, deforestation, natural calamities and earthquake, drought, floods, etc.